fans, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Over 1 million people entered a ballot to buy tickets to see a Led Zeppelin charity concert at the O2, reuniting the band after 19 years. But some of the lucky 18,000 ticket holders could be denied admission because of strict conditions attached to their sale. Sarah Harris has the story.
10 years gone.
For years, Brentford resident Billy Culk has toured as Robert Plant in the tribute band Let's Zepp. They are his heroes, and when he managed to buy a ticket to their first concert in 19 years online, he was elated. But now organisers of next month's concert at O2 say his ticket has been cancelled.
I saw Zeppelin in Nebworth in '79, and that was 27 years ago now, right? It's just, overjoyed. And then a few days later, you get an email saying, well, actually, your tickets have been cancelled.
The real Led Zeppelin have been having a revival in popularity since their 70s heyday. To buy a pair of the £125 tickets to the one-off charity concert, more than 1 million people entered a ballot to try to win a passcode, allowing them to buy the tickets. Billy says his friend gave him his password so he'd be able to get in.
What have I done wrong? Where did I go wrong here? It was very unclear at the beginning. You got 3 minutes on the website, you get kicked off when you're buying the tickets. But they go into a lot of detail afterwards, once you've already purchased the tickets, to explain why they're not going to give them to you after all.
Many of the passcodes ended up on eBay, as well as tickets with bids of over £1,000. Promoter Harvey Goldsmith endorsed the scheme to make sure genuine fans would be able to go to the concert. But many are now furious the tickets they thought they'd bought have now been declared invalid, and Billy's tribute band will be the closest they get to the real thing. Sarah Harris, BBC London News.
Well, earlier I spoke to the promoter of the concert, Harvey Goldsmith, and asked him, in hindsight, did he think this was a fair way of allocating tickets?
We try to find the fairest possible way to allow genuine fans to be able to get a ticket, which is why we created the ballot. Simply put, there are a lot of people that are bleating and moaning, and those people who are bleating and moaning the most are those that are trying to profiteer from the concert. People that have genuine problems can contact us, contact my office, and we will happily look into their case and we will deal with it.
But what happens if they get to the gate, for example, they actually get to the concert and their name doesn't match the person who bought the ticket or is at the ballot because it was a present? Are you going to turn them away?
The basic system is, you want to go to the concert, put your name in the ring. You could be the first person or the last person that puts their name in the ballot. You've got an equal chance. If you've been lucky enough to win, there's a simple rule. It says the tickets aren't transferable when you get your passcode. Presumably, to anyone with a brain, that means the passcode's not transferable. We're not interested in that bunch of gangs of people who are doing this professionally, who are trying to profiteer out of the business. We don't want them to come.
And how do you respond, Harvey Goldsmith, to people who say, well, actually, this is just a free market, the supply and the demand?
How we respond is very simple. I'm not in this business to create a stock market or a commodity market in tickets. There are thousands and thousands of genuine people who want to go and see this particular concert. Why shouldn't they be able to buy them in the price that's set and done?
Harvey Goldsmith talking to me earlier, and in case you're wondering who he's talking about there, the answer is eBay. Well, Richard Ambrose from the company is here to respond to that. You're basically being accused of being a vehicle for ticket touts to operate.
Well, this is really a pickle of Harvey Goldsmith's making, and he's lashing out at any target he can find, and in that case, this is eBay. Really, this is a ludicrous way for him to distribute tickets, a lottery to get passcodes where you go to a website and pay a whacking great booking fee. What was wrong with just distributing them to actual members of Led Zeppelin's fan club, for example? So Harvey Goldsmith has created the situation where a secondary market like eBay is necessary.
You say necessary, but do you feel comfortable with the fact that in some cases the tickets are inflated by 10 times? A ticket that would cost £100 is on your site for over £1,000?
Well, it's worth pointing out there are very few Led Zeppelin tickets for sale on eBay at the moment, possibly because Harvey Goldsmith made it so incredibly difficult actually to get hold of them. There are about 5 on the site this evening, for example.
That's precisely his point, isn't it? He's trying to make it difficult to get hold of them because, in his words, he called you a bunch of gangs profiteering out of the business because it's a charity concert.
Well, I don't think we're really profiteering out of the business. When you buy a ticket, it's perfectly legal for people to resell it. It belongs to them. And if anyone's profiteering, it's Harvey Goldsmith. He has a deal with Ticketmaster so that if anyone can't go to the concert for a legitimate reason and wants to sell it back to them, he'll charge them 10% for doing so.
And can I ask you, do you think it should be different in charity cases? For example, let's just turn to Live 8, where the tickets were free, but they did appear on your site. Massive price, but you only took them off after a huge outcry.
Yeah, I think with charity tickets, we'll take a view on a case-by-case basis. In general, tickets are legal to resell, but
So
when there hasn't been
if
any...
people complain, then you would take it off?
No, I think when there hasn't been any profit made by the organisers or the people appearing at a concert, in that situation, then I think we'd be comfortable removing the tickets.
OK, Richard Ambrose, many thanks indeed for joining us.
Thank you.